Hello, everyone.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
That's what I was just doing. Why don't you just introduce yourself first?
Well, my name is Chris Boris.
And I'm the Mediocre Gamer.
I'm the fucking nerd.
And we're all here to do a telephone interview together. Let me start with James. So, James, which review do you like better? Your Superman 64 review, or just your regular Superman review?
Superman 64. 64? What the fuck?
Chris, you have to wait until I get to you. I'm talking to James first. So, James, would you mind if I ask you what you really think of the irate gamer while I have him on the phone with us?
I don't know, this might be kind of weird.
Oh, come on. Just tell us what you really think about how he's ripped you off. I mean, he's still doing it. He just ripped off your Odyssey review.
This should have been the first thing I commented on, but now is the point where it's really a problem.
I think it's always been a problem. I mean, he ripped off your Back to the Future review, Ninja Turtles review. If you had one request for Chris Boers, what would it be?
Not to play shitty fucking games. I guess that answers that.
Do you think he has any talent at all, or do you think it was just all luck?
It's just pure luck.
Well then, let's think of ways to get back at him.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
I'll tell you how we're gonna do it. We could go find him, we trash his house, and then we beat the shit out of him.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
And I could go around his house, and I'll break all his games, and I'll drop poop around everywhere I go.
I don't exactly understand the idea of dropping poop everywhere you go.
It's because Chris is a piece of shit. Get it?
Makes a whole lot of sense.
So from what you've seen, what do you think of Haunted Investigators?
Looks like fucking shit.
Yeah, you know, I actually sat through a whole entire episode of that show. I was just hoping to find something at least remotely interesting.
What a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, I know. The whole show was just like you wandering around in the dark, pretending to use equipment that doesn't do anything, and just talking out loud to nobody and asking ghosts to touch you, and
that's pretty much it.
Why? Why is it so bad?
Did you know that Chris actually got his degree in video production?
That really accomplished a lot.
Well, anyway, why don't you make any new episodes of Haunted Investigators, Chris?
Because I'm fucking sick of fighting off aliens.
Okay. So James, I hear you sold a lot of DVDs. I liked how the Volume 2 DVD had a very long intro.
A very, very long intro.
Alright, Chris, well, how did your DVD sell?
It ended up selling rather poorly.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Because it's a pile of fucking shit.
And what do you think is so bad about it, James?
This is just, well, look at it.
Well, for those who haven't seen it, can you describe what the DVD is like?
Imagine if you trapped a wet, smelly piece of dog shit inside an airtight container. Then you open that shit up, you take a good smell, and there you go.
So what do you think, Chris? Do you think your DVD is any good, or do you think it's more kind of like what James just said?
Yeah, kind of like that.
So are you planning on checking out his next DVD, James?
I'd rather fucking yank all the hairs out of my scrotum.
You know, maybe we should go easier on Chris. I mean, what if he's suicidal?
Why would you commit suicide unless you don't have a clue what you're doing?
Well, that's just the point. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing, with anything, at all, in any part of his life, ever.
Guess you just gotta commit suicide.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, do you know what would happen if everybody that didn't have a clue what they're doing killed themselves?
The suicide rate in this country alone would go through the fucking roof.
Seriously, though, James, what do you really honestly think that Chris should do?
Just fucking kill yourself.
Well, you know, Chris, it is true that most of your subscribers are people that hate you, and the only reason they watch your videos is to make fun of you, and you wouldn't be nearly as popular if you didn't suck so bad.
I'm not really quite sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. You suck. You suck bad, and that's a bad thing. And I also wanted to tell you that there's always way too much time between releasing your new videos. Your videos are only like 5 minutes long, but you only release a few a year. People that make irate gamer parody videos need more new material to work with. You take too long. So my question is... Hold on, I'm getting a call on the other line. Hello?
Why does it take so long?
Game Dude, what did you call in for?
I keep fragmenting my sentences. And I'm just reading it, and I'm like, darn it, how do I do this naturally? How do I, it's like...
I wish that voice would just shut the hell up.
I haven't gone to any, like, 1-year
Oh my god, I'm hanging up on this guy. God, that guy is more obnoxious than you are, Chris. Oh yeah, Chris, I found the Hello Kitty MP3 player that you left at my house. I'll give it back to you. Oops.
Did you just squish my player?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. And you want to know what else? I found this Polaroid of your parents having an orgy. I showed it to James, and we both thought your parents were pretty ugly.
They don't even resemble human beings.
Yeah. And look at what Chris's mom is doing with a carrot.
Yet again, giving kids another reason not to eat their vegetables.
That's disgusting. I apologize.
And why is your mom wearing a cheerleader outfit?
Your mom's a fucking whore.
Yeah, it looks like she's getting fucked by just some random guy.
At least I think it's a guy.
Chris, if you were there when that picture was taken, what would you say to your dad?
Way to jack off on the cheerleader, pervert.
So then... here, Chris, you take this call.
What?
Hi there, YouTube companions.
Oh, we can't talk to you now. Where were we? Hey Chris, did you ever see that movie that James made called The Wizard of Oz Part 3?
That movie was the biggest piece of shit I ever saw.
You know, I'm actually gonna have to agree with you on that one.
Wow, what an asshole.
What? It was. It was horrible. And you know what else? I hate how you think that everything you ever recorded with a camcorder should be considered a fucking film. Nobody cares about clips of you playing with your friends in your backyard when you were 10 years old.
You know, fuck you.
Well, anyway, what do you think of the Lord of the Rings series?
It's a solid trilogy with a story arc that completes itself over the course of 3 movies.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I like the characters the best.
Like Wizard Whitebeard.
Wizard Whitebeard? You mean Gandalf? His name's Gandalf.
I have no idea what the fuck you're even talking about.
God damn it, Chris, you're so stupid.
Enough of this bullshit.
Alright, Chris, wait. Before you hang up, I just have a few more questions. What would you say to a Jew in 1935 that believes in reincarnation?
Expect to die often.
Alright, and what happens when you take a laxative?
Alright, this is getting retarded.
Aw, man. Well, since he hung up, I guess I have to give all my remaining questions to you, James. So then, what would happen if you took a laxative?
Shit will come out of my ass.
True, true. And, what does your dick feel like when you finish masturbating?
It just feels slippery.
And what do you think that they did for fun in biblical times?
The only way to have any fun at all is to throw baby Moses in the water.
Now, tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following words. Alive.
Dead.
Reproducing.
Fucking
Yahoo.
serious.
Alright. And what does Chris Boers, a vacuum cleaner, and a good hooker have in common?
They all suck.
That's right. And as a prize, you win this I Love the Irate Gamer t-shirt. Here you go, it's all yours.
Boy, that's not mine. Get that the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, and I heard that you were married. I wanted to ask you, when did you propose to your wife?
Right after I took a shitty diarrhea dump.
Well, that's not very romantic.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, alright. So, what upcoming plans do you have that you could tell us about?
I gotta take out the garbage.
Oh, okay. So did you have to hang up and do that now? Or can you do that later? Oh, man. Hello?